I'm curious to know what you think of Evan Mobley's offensive ceiling specifically and how that
Mhm.
then impacts their philosophy to flesh out this roster moving forward. Because you watch him on offense last year, and there's just so much more there to explore. And there's a different cadence to his game than Bam Adebayo. He's not throwing the same passes as Jokic, but there's like a real command there of finding weak side cutters, of just like knowing where the help is coming from and finding those guys. And some of just the passes that he even made on the move at times, like I know he did a lot of his damage, like as a pass from standstill positions. This feels like someone who almost doesn't have a pinnacle on offense in the best possible way when you're watching him. I'm curious whether you think the Cavs are going to give him some extra runway or responsibility, however you want to frame it, on the offensive end next year.
Yeah, I definitely hope that he is empowered to do more playmaking. Like, I think last year is a figuring out of, okay, what all can he do and how can we help his transition to the NBA? Now that we have a sense that he's ahead of schedule, that he can do so many different things, now it becomes about refining those skills. And I think it's really important that you look at how much effort the Cavs put into getting Darius Garland off ball looks. I believe only Steph Curry and Duncan Robinson had more like off screen, off ball action run for them on the season. And that is so important when you're talking about either bringing in another ball handler or having offense run through Mobley, like the two man game that he and Garland can run together. It's just really exciting, the possibilities there. So I would definitely like to see more action run through him in the high post. Like let's get him up to the nail. Let's see what he can do as a playmaker. He can obviously get by a lot of slower defenders or overpower guys. You hope that he adds some strength. So while I don't expect him to be like a Jokic level hub, just because you do have Darius Garland and you do have other options that can run the offense, I would like to see offense run through him. And especially when you talk about him essentially being the backup center, where his minutes were staggered with Jared Allen, where they might start and finish together, but he did play as the backup center. So when the Cavs do go to that second unit and he is that center, I would love to see like an up tempo look, whether they bring in a backup point guard. Colin Sexton likely would be playing in those second unit minutes. Get out and run, get out in transition, and kind of run some offense through Mobley if you don't necessarily have a true point guard in those lineups.
Yet another thing I was wrong about this season, by the way, was Evan Mobley. I was not in love with the pick for the Cavs. I was just, man, dead ass wrong on him.